Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another Obby Creator video. My name is Roro Studios, and today we're going to be building the third and final steeple of my Halloween event that I've been working on. This time it's just me. The other two steeples I built with my sister. This steeple is going to be like a haunted hotel steeple, which is going to be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get started. The idea for the steeple actually came from this comment here. It said a hotel, but every floor it gets scarier. I thought that was a really good idea. The name idea I chose for the campsite steeple was Steeple of Camping and Climbing. It was from this comment here. In the comment it said climbing and camping, but I thought just switching those sounded a bit nicer. So let's go ahead and begin with the steeple now. I actually already started on it a little bit. My sister put in this part here. There's no teleporter to it quite yet. However, when you step on this, it changes the music. It sets the fog end as low as it'll go, which is 50. And you press a button, which activates this like box thing around here so the fog end like works correctly. It'll show the skybox if there's not like a part over here. So yeah, and the reason I just hooked it up to a button was so that there wouldn't just be this giant box around the tower and that would look really bad. So the door is jammed, so you can't go in here. Oh yeah, it's called Superception Hotel only because, like, only as a reference to this tower of Superception I built. This isn't like a tower within a tower or anything like that. These are the red kill bricks. They deal 35 damage, and then you have a couple wraparounds. Oh, and by the way, I'm aiming for this tower to be like challenging difficulty, but we'll see if it ends up being easier or harder than that. And then you go in here. Welcome to the Superception Hotel. Sorry about the door, still need to fix that. Looks like you booked room 103. That's on floor 2A. Right here it says, do not go above floor 2B or above, please. The elevators are currently out of service. Not sorry. About the floor like 1A, 1B. Normally when you see that, it's like split like vertically. But here I split it horizontally, so there's like... The reason for that is because it didn't make much sense for a room to be 30 studs tall, and since it's only 5 floors, I could get more use out of it by splitting each floor in half like that. I'm gonna make this be like a storage closet or something. You may or may not go in there, I'm not sure. And then up here, this is going to be like a lounge sort of thing. And then 2A is going to be above here. While you watch this epic time lapse of me building the lounge and decorating it, let me kind of explain where the inspiration for this tower is coming from. So in a recent video by the YouTuber Denis, you probably know who that is. He played a horror game called Burger and Frights. The video will be linked down below if you want to go watch it. And what I'm taking from that is basically each time it says a line of text. It says, it's late, I should head home. And then you like bike across this road, and then basically it like sends you back to the start, and you do that a bunch of times, but each time the text gets more distorted and the things that happen as you're biking down the road and get more scary and stuff. So each floor, or half floor I should say, of this tower, that's gonna get crazier and crazier. I'm not gonna put any jump scares in this tower, by the way, so if you don't like those, then don't worry. I stopped recording, but then I put in these stairs. I guess it would have made more sense to, and that sign. I mean, I guess it would have made more sense to put that in the time lapse, but whatever. It says, welcome to the lounge here, but the sign's kind of like falling off the wall. Then the stairs are going to be like destroyed, so you're going to have to use the elevator, even though it's broken. So here's what I think is going to be the first thing you have to actually do in the tower. Well, other than the outside, I guess. So you'll say, the stairs are broken. I think I'm going to have to force the elevator open with something. I'm going to do something to make it so you can't just corner clip in here. But somewhere in this lounge, I'm going to hide like a crowbar or something. And then in here... I guess this is a really small elevator. It might be hard to do this, but like you're gonna have to open up the ceiling, but you're gonna have to find a button to do that. There'll be another sign in here that says you, and then you say something. I think the way I'm gonna make there be a crowbar, I'm gonna build the crowbar and then put an invisible button around that. When you step on the button, it'll not only make this door disappear, but it'll also make the crowbar itself disappear, so it'll kind of be like you're picking it up, since keys don't exist at the moment in Obby Creator. So now I want to decide where to put it. I think I want to put it like right here. I think that'll be a good spot. Okay, this is the best I could do. I might try and make it look better later. I think I'm gonna try and like make it so it's like leaning against this leg of this like side table right here. So like that should be pretty good. Typo alert. This should be a period if that's grammatically correct, because it's not a question. That's a statement that you think you're gonna have to force that open. Now let's take a button and then like size it around this crowbar. And now I want to make it invisible and can't collide false. We want the timer to be infinite. It needs to be make all objects invisible, and then we want to select all the parts of this crowbar here, as well as the elevator door. So now if everything works properly, you should like pick it up like that. I sat down because that's a trip part for the couch, and then it opens. Nice. So once you get in here, you say, okay, now I need to find a button to open the ceiling here. I think I spelled that wrong. Why is it I before E except after C, right? But oh yeah, I guess that does apply there, but that rule is so dumb. Like it's basically that, but then like 50,000 exceptions, so many that rule doesn't even need to exist. Open the ceiling in here, then I can climb up the elevator shaft. I finally got something working that I'm happy with. So the crowbar is over here. I had to move it. Technically I didn't have to. And when you do that, it opens this here. It says, okay, now I need to find a button to open the ceiling in here. Then I can climb up the elevator shaft. And it says, wait, where did that box come from? This will respawn it. And then the box is over there. The reason I moved the crowbar is because this box here, it was right next to where the crowbar was, which is right there. So it'd kind of be weird to have, like, because I want it to be harder to be able to, like, actually see it spawn. Not that it's hard, but, like, if you haven't seen it, it won't be super obvious. Anyway, I also put this hole in the floor here because it was like super hard to actually get it down the stairs without it getting stuck. But once it's down here, I turn the storage closet into the place where you actually push it. It says this is a push box button. I'm thinking you'll read that as well when you're down here in the lobby. These are can collide true, and yes, you can corner clip inside, but that doesn't give you any benefit anyway. I haven't connected the button to anything though, but here's how I made this. There are two buttons surrounding the crowbar, one to make objects visible and one invisible. The invisible one will get rid of the door here and another part in here to make that's here, like this is can't collide true but invisible. Before you press the button, so you can just corner clip inside. Then one to make objects visible, which is just the push box, I think. There's also this respawn part here. That's because when the boxes can collide false, because obviously I don't want you to be like able to push it before you're supposed to. There's this respawn part so that it doesn't because it's infinitely falling, and getting teleported back up. So sometimes it can get stuck here. So the respawn part will make sure it's here every time. Now it's time to actually connect the button to something. So the ceiling here is 5x4. I think what I'm gonna do is this, and then now we have a 3x4 like thing here. This is going to be the part that actually opens. So let's just change the color to the push box color, which is also this color. Then to make it look like it actually opens, I'm going to duplicate this, and then I'm going to rotate it like that, and then sort of put it in an open position. If I really wanted to, I could make it so that there's two buttons, one to make two buttons, one for when you press it, one to make this visible and this invisible and this visible, one to make this visible, this invisible, and this visible, and then the other one to make this one be visible, one to make this one be invisible, and then one to make this one visible, right? But instead, you're not really gonna see this anyway. It's not like poking through here or anything. If you use shift lock, you can see it, but I don't really care about that, so that's fine. So now I want to select this button. I already set it to push. I already set some of the settings. So push block activated is true, player activated is false. The time is infinite, and so I want the objects, or it's make objects invisible, which is what I want. There we go. And now click confirm. So now if I like push that in there again, that should get it working. Yeah, so as you can see, it opened. I also repositioned the door since I didn't like the position it was in. But there we go. Then you can climb up this and onto the next floor, and this is where things start to get interesting. So here's the next floor. I just put in like the elevator here. I also put it in up here on 2B to make it so you can actually get through the elevator, like, because you're jumping through up here. If I just do this, then it's like the elevator door like is stuck or whatever. So yeah, then this is just the way that you would go up the stairs anyway. I just thought it would look nice if this were blocked off. You can still corner clip, but like before, that's not going to do anything for you. The main reason I wanted to start putting like the actual hotel rooms on the second floor and not 1B, which was down here, was because with the fog effect, it removes when you go inside the actual hotel. Like, you can still see up to 1B pretty easily. I'm probably going to put, like, extensions of the floor out so that, like, I have more room to work with. But that would look really bad if that was super obvious to see. I guess you can see it, like, if you do this, but then, like, you can look all the way up, so, like, I'm not too concerned about that. So I think the hallway will be, like, here, like, this will be where the doors are at this line right here to the hotel rooms. To make some of the things that start to change as you go up, I think there's still going to be two, at least like for now, but they're going to get bigger, so it's like you have to walk a longer distance and stuff, like to get to the other side of the hotel room. which will be pretty cool. So just 2 rooms it is then. You sometimes see this in actual hotel rooms. Like sometimes there'll be 2 and then they're like mirrored, I guess. So like you can see I did that with the doors here. So like on here, maybe I could have the beds be like, or maybe since these are small hotel rooms, I'll just put 1 on this side, maybe in this room, and then on this one, they'd be on the opposite side. Now about the room number, down here, I think since you come in through this side, this should be room 101, and then this will be room 102. Well, from the stairs, I guess. And like this is the main way you'd come up. I put the things on here, and this is actually the first time I've used this rich text thing. I think that's new. I haven't used that yet, but yeah. Anyway, it's gonna be that you have this room here. The reason for that is that, I know it said 103 down on the first floor, but I'm going to change that in a second. The reason for that is so that opens some creepiness opportunities, but like the door swinging open. So like it's not going to do this on this time through, but like I'm going to use a button to make this invisible and then an open door visible. I will have to actually do that like with 2 buttons, unless I want it to swing inwards, but it'll be more noticeable if it swings outwards. So yeah, that's why you're gonna have room 101. Oh, and by the way, with these numbers, it's gonna be like the first number here is what floor, kind of like the first layer. Like even though this is floor 2, like this is the first half floor of rooms. So, like up here would be 201 and 202. Up here would be 301 and 302, and so on. Let me change the sign down here. There, so you booked room 101. You can corner clip through these doors, so I think on this first floor, since there's no need for me to put anything in here, since you're not going in it at the moment. So if you do decide to come in here, it says, give me one thing you thought you'd find by corner clipping in here. So how do I want to make it so you're able to get in this? I guess just make this can collide false, since you have the key, I guess. Or like, that's what it's supposed to be. So you're able to just walk through. With the power of editing, I can make building this hotel room take a lot shorter, can't I? I'll show you what I built in here. I know I was talking about there being like 2 beds a minute ago, but since this is small, I decided to only put 1. We have some lamps here that are off at the moment, a chair that you can't actually sit in, a notebook, which I'll read that in a second, and a TV with Jurassic Shark on. This is actually a decal I made a year ago for a thing. Then it says the notebook reads, there's something abnormal about the room neighboring this one, from January 1990. This notebook thing, I'm kind of taking some inspiration from another recent video of Denis's. He was playing another horror game called Linger. It's not a hotel room, it's an apartment room, but similar enough, I guess. And there's like this notebook that you read some things from. So that's where I got this idea from. I think I'm gonna make it so that you're gonna step on a button. You're not going to see it, but that'll allow you to actually get in here. So you have to actually go in here first. So let's just put the button here. Infinite time. We'll make it invisible and can't collide false. We want this to make objects invisible, and I'm actually going to make these be can't collide false here. Then the thing preventing you from going through is going to be an invisible part but can't collide true, and then the only setting changed by the button is the can't collide true. So like in other words, when you press this, it'll make this part go away. So you can't go through it right now. When you step on the button, then you can. So in that case, I don't need that anymore. Now what I'm going to do is take an advanced tools part, and I want to change the gravity there. What's the lowest I can set this? 25. Oh wait, no, that's jumping higher. What's the highest I can set it, because the more gravity, okay, 200. Because the more gravity, the higher you jump. Because I want it to make you jump lower. Because, like, you can practically jump all the way to the ceiling. I put another one here to set it back to 100, which is the default. And I also changed the light to red. I removed the light effect from this, though, and put it in here. Because reasons. Basically, I wanted to do this so that I could actually put in some, like, actual jumps. In here, I think we should just make these parts be red. I mean, the whole floor is red, but, like, brighter red. So here's what I made. It's pretty simple. It's like some walk-arounds and stuff. So right here, I think is going to be kind of where it is like, I'm gonna put like a portal thing here, like with what is going on, right there, and that's just gonna teleport you. Honestly, I don't know where. Probably to like in here, but on the next floor, and then more things will keep happening and stuff. Once you finish this, you'll be sent up a floor to this. And then the notebook says, I had just been sent back to my own room, but turns out I was actually on the next floor. Exactly where I had been warned not to go. And then it's still from that January, I guess. Because obviously a month didn't pass, but yeah. I think here, this time, I'm going to, like, put kill bricks here. I think that'll be pretty cool.
Okay, it's now like 2 weeks later since I last worked on this video, so I forgot what the last thing I showed was. So here's when you're back on this like second floor. We have all these kill bricks that are everywhere. And then in here, I decided to put this like conveyor thing. I'm gonna put some jumps over this, and if you fall, then you'll get launched back over here. Now I have to keep in mind it is possible that like you can just jump across here, like the conveyor isn't fast enough to make you go all the way back. So I think what I'll do is kind of make it be like, there's a few sections like this on Citadel of laptop splitting where it's just like a conveyor and you have to jump across platforms like this, even though technically you can just do that, but I'm still gonna do that here. I'm gonna make the first outside section be here. Once you do this conveyor section, which is actually pretty easy, I guess, we'll put like a gap in the ceiling that you can jump through. So this should make it so you can jump out. Yeah, once you jump out, this is what it'll look like. I just went down there to press the button so that all these black walls up here. I think what I'll do here is raise this platform up a little bit. That way when you jump off of here, you go like just a little, like your feet are above the gap here. So I need to make it so your head just barely touches this button here, like at the peak of your jump. There, so I think that's good. So I'm gonna make this button is gonna be invisible. When you press it, it will spawn a kill brick right here so you can't go back down. Additionally, there's going to be an advanced tools part that makes the fog effect come back. Okay, so here's what it'll look like. It'll look like that. So here's the plan. I think you're going to go around the outside of the tower here. I have the fog off because I just built a bunch of stuff in here. So you're going to come in through this elevator, and this is going to, and here's where I'm going to do the thing where the door is going to swing open. Well, as best as I can do that with a button. This says, I can feel there was something off about this entire hotel, but I can't turn back now. I'm going to have to keep going. Also, I'm considering taking away the date here, because that's, if it's going to be the same thing every time, then what's the point? And you might notice I have less than 200 parts left, so that's going to be a problem. Also, there's not going to be a boss fight for this event, because, yeah, I have no parts left anyway. So I'm going to try to actually be able to have enough parts to finish this, but we'll see. To get across, I think we'll put a wrap around here. I think I'll make it so it insta-kills you if you fall down. So you're going to wrap around that, and then you're going to jump on here and across somewhere. That didn't work. We'll make the moving part be floating through the air and not actually be like on a rope or something like I've done in the other steeples in this event. Because, you know, things are supposed to be abnormal and everything. So, and now we'll put a truss over here you have to jump to, and that'll be the outside section. I'm going to make the truss floating too. And I think I'm also going to put a fire effect on here. That'd look pretty cool. Let's make it dark red, and so that it, and I want it to go like downward so we can just flip it over. I'm also going to put that same effect on here. The floor to the elevator here is going to be kill bricks. Now I need to make it so the door swings open here. By the way, I'm going to make a no jump section here because the game actually updated. You can make set the jump parts, can set it to, or you can set the gravity to 0. I'm basically going to make a section similar to this one here, but you're not going to be able to jump at all. I'm going to do another thing where I put a button here to make it so that you can actually go in here now. You're going to do that for a button so you can get across a gap that's going to be here. To make the door swing open, we're going to want to duplicate this door here and then rotate it into an open position. So this should be fine right here. We want to make both of these invisible. They're already can collide false. This kill brick here is can collide false, so it doesn't matter. Now I want to put 2 buttons. I think I want it to open when you get to like right here. Well, maybe a little bit further. There's gonna be a part here that'll block you from just walking in here, so that's fine. So now we're gonna want a button here. It doesn't need to go all the way up. Just to, like, there's no way you can get through here without pressing it. Make it invisible and can collide cast shadow false. We'll set the time to infinite, and this one will make the door, the open position door, visible. So let's click both of those. There we go. Now I want to duplicate this. I can actually put it in the same position. This one I want to make objects invisible and select those. If I reset to reset all the buttons, then stepping through here should do that. Perfect. Oh, it does make this can collide true when it opens. I can't really do anything about it, but I think it's actually okay. And now, like I did before, I'm going to take a button here that you'll step over when you enter the room here. Infinite time, make objects invisible, and it'll activate a part that I'm going to put in right now that will block you from entering until you actually go into the other room. Now I've connected that other button up. You can see before I go in, I guess you can go through a little bit, but that should fix that problem. Now when you come in here, then you can go in. Now for the advanced tools part. Oh wait, no, I had that wrong actually. You can set it to 0 to make it have no gravity. Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, looking at the change log for this game, I found some terrible news. It's actually like, as of right now, it's kind of like how it was before the advanced tools parts, where you could only set it for the obby overall. You couldn't change it at differing parts of your obby. So I could change it here, but that would change it for the whole obby. So that means I can't actually have a no jump section here. I think the next best thing I can do to a no jump section is going to be like these ledge jumps. I'm going to put a sign that's like, it's going to be like the one down here where it's like, you say something. I'm going to say, it's going to be like, I don't want to find out what happens if I fall here. But that's pretty much just going to be a troll, because all it's going to do is teleport you back here. It's a new day of recording again. Hopefully this will be the last day I'm working on recording this video. Anyway, I think where I was before was, I was going to say that I'm actually going to leave this little gap right here. You're going to do like a ladder flick thing. No, that's not the last thing I said. But basically, this room, which is like supposed to be the stairwell, but it's not the stairwell anymore, I guess. It's going to be a GBJ underneath there. Because this isn't a super hard tower, the obstacles are going to be pretty easy. In order to actually complete this GBJ section, you're going to need to press the button from the ledge jump section. However, because this is over GBJ and this isn't going to be like an intense tower, I actually won't make a ladder flick. I'll actually put like a safety net sort of thing here. I can't put it too low because then you can just jump back up to it. I'm gonna have to make it so that like you do have to jump off of here to actually make it up to this platform or whatever I'm gonna make it so you're jumping up to. Okay, I actually got that first try. So you probably can high jump up here or something, but you're supposed to do that. And also I noticed I forgot to put in an advanced tools part to make the fog end go away. I'm actually going to wait before I do that, because I might actually want to keep that. So that should be this half floor here. So now what I want to do is, let's see, we have about 100, we have like 120 or so parts left. Except maybe I can delete some of these, since these do take up a lot of parts, and there are a bunch of those like pumpkins and everything. Or maybe remove some of the leaves on like these trees here. I'm going to make this be can collide false, and so you're going to have to figure out that you have to jump up. Oh. You'll probably be able to figure that out because like your head will be going through, which I actually am fine with that because it could like fling you if I didn't do that, if you were like stuck underneath there. It's gonna be the last like half floor that looks more or less like a hotel room, like a hotel floor, I guess. The whole floor is gonna be kill bricks, just regular 5 damage kill bricks, unlike some of the ones in here which do 35 damage. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. The elevator is also gonna end here. Now if you're wondering why I put these here, this here is going to be no kill bricks, but the rest of the floor is going to be kill bricks. Like, the floor of the floor. Not, like, you know what I mean, maybe. So I'm going to try to build this, like, I guess this T-shaped wall here. Well, I'm going to build it, but it's going to be, like, completely destroyed. I'm going to have to work with the parts I have, so I can't do, like, a bunch of wedges and everything. But let's go ahead and put in the kill bricks. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if I want to make these be 5 damage, because then that kind of defeats the purpose of you actually trying to jump across stuff. If you can just, like, ignore the damage and just stand on one of them to heal up. Maybe I'll put a teleport or something. We'll see. Actually, I just had a really good idea. With this little space right here, that's where the notebook is going to be. The floor is entirely kill bricks now. Surely it can't get much worse than this. I think the best way to do this would be just to copy and paste this first thing here, or at least the parts I want. So let's copy and paste the bed, one of these side tables. Okay, now let's move it up to the correct floor. Now I want to like adjust the positioning of this and everything. I'll also put this like dresser thing that has the TV on it. I actually do want to take the TV. I'm going to make the TV say, like, it's too late in distorted text, partially in reference to the Denis video, the first one that I mentioned, that I kind of got the inspiration from this from. There we go. In the game, it says that, like, the last time through. I know this isn't the last time through, in this case, but whatever. If you're wondering how I put in the distorted text, I used one of those, like, fancy text generator thingies online. I just put an advanced tools part here that changed the fog color. Since the fog end is already all the way down to the lowest it can be, I changed it to red, and that definitely improves the look of this room. Additionally, I'm going to put in some, like, smoke emitter parts. Well, by that, I mean I'm going to actually add the... Well, I can't put it to this one. You can only put one effect per part. But on some of the parts that don't have any effects, I'm going to put in a smoke effect, then simply change the color. I would like to put them in, like, you know, maybe put an invisible can collide false part here, but again, I'm low on parts. So yeah, basically I'm just going to put in that effect on a few of these. Now I'm deciding what I want to do here to make there actually be something you have to do instead of just jumping across these. I think I want to do a thing where you have to get buttons. So here's what I've done. The first button is right here, and then the second one is right there. And that'll open up this gap here so you can get onto the next 2 floors. I'm going to end the tower with an ascent up these with like an insta-kill at the bottom. I am going to actually make this be 35 damage here. And I'm going to make it be a much brighter red. So if I go out of edit mode
Yeah, you can see that does a lot of damage. So it's going to do that instead of teleporting you. This jump, you kind of have to like wrap around, kind of. It's not really a wrap around, but you kind of do the same motion. Similar to a minute ago, we're going to basically put like a safe spot here for when you jump up. And then everything else is going to be kill bricks. The notebook reads, I can finally see the exit, but surely such a place like this won't let me go this easily. The floor here likely deals 100 damage. Which is insta-kill. So I put that neon part up there, and I also put this advanced tools part to lower down the fog end so you can actually see it. It's just a regular part right here, but I'll probably just make that the win pad. The reason I have a whole bunch of parts here, I think I'm actually going to add another one, is to kind of make it a little bit less of a punishment if you fall, because there's at least a chance you can save yourself anyway. It's just a regular part that I put here and textured it and made it look the same as the actual kill bricks, just so that, like, this thing wouldn't happen and then you accidentally touch it, or so that you have less of a chance to hit it if you do something like that, I guess. So yeah, that's basically what this final floor is going to be here. I kind of think I want to make this be a timed button section thing, like you have 30 seconds or whatever to reach the top. I think I do want to do that. I'll make it so you are supposed to jump across these. We'll put the button like right here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna make it be purist, meaning no client objects, which in Obby Creator is lit under this advanced section. Well, maybe some conveyors, but yeah. Okay, I've just built this button section. You have 30 seconds to complete it. The timer just is almost out for like when I pressed it 30 seconds ago. Instead of making this entire thing the win pad, you end with this truss here. So I'm just gonna put the reset part, because this is an event. There's not really a win room. Not that you can't put that, but I just won't because sometimes events just send you back to spawn. I'm gonna make this invisible, but if it works properly, you should climb up this and then you just get sent back to spawn. Yep, there we go. So now it's time to show you the whole tower start to finish. This is the Obby ID right here if you want to come play this. And I'll be sure to put in the portal, obviously. Well, you know what? I'm probably going to forget or something. So there's the teleporter to it. So here we go. You spawn on this little platform here. So here's the Superception Hotel. The door is jammed. So you have to go along the outside here and jump over those red kill bricks. They deal 35 damage. Then you can go inside. Welcome to the Superception Hotel. Sorry about the door, still need to fix that. Looks like you booked room number 101. That's on floor 2A. Do not go above floor 2B or above, please. This is a push box button. And then the elevators are currently out of service. Not sorry. Welcome to the lounge. So you say, the stairs are broken. I think I'm going to have to force the elevator open with something. The crowbar is right here. Oh, if you're wondering what these say, I guess I didn't read them out yet. It says, me typing this text can be found in a time lapse on the video of me building the steeple on YouTube. Then subscribe to Roro Studios. From the time lapse earlier of me actually like decorating this room, I typed that. Okay, now I need to find a button to open the ceiling in here. Then I can climb up the elevator shaft. Wait, where did that push box come from? This button will reset it if it gets stuck or something. You push the box down here to the first floor, and then you want to push it in here where that was a push box button from earlier. Now you can head back up to the lounge, and then there we go. So you can't go in here yet until you actually go in here, and you are in this room for a little bit. Well, there's no time, but like, you know, you're likely going to read this. The notebook reads, I feel there's something abnormal about the room neighboring this room. That sounds a lot better if I just change it to the room neighboring this. And I'm also going to remove the date because I think that's kind of unnecessary. And also, I'm only going to say the notebook reads on this first sign. On all the other ones, if it's right next to the notebook, you'll probably be able to figure out that that's what it's supposed to be. So in here, the gravity is a lot lower. You're supposed to do these like walkarounds in here. They're pretty easy, and they're over the safety net, so that's why I decided to put it on an easier tower. Well, like, compared to where you would typically see walkarounds. So let's see, I want to change this to just say, I want to remove the date and then remove the thing at the start. I thought I had just been sent back to my own room, but turns out I was actually on the next floor, exactly where I had been warned not to go. As you can see, now there's kill bricks everywhere in here. The elevator door is blocked. And then this is a conveyor. So you can kind of just cheese it by doing that, but whatever. Once you jump up, that kill brick will block you, and then the fog end will come back, because it goes away when you go inside the tower. Now you have a wraparound, and then you jump up here, and you go on this moving platform, then onto this truss. and then back inside. The door will swing open here, and then you can go in this room. Okay, just fix this sign to what I want it to be. I can feel there's something off about this entire hotel, but I can't turn back now. I'm gonna have to keep going. These jumps here, if you fall, it just teleports you back, but the fact that you don't know that kind of makes this more stressful. Okay, you can just walk across that gap there, and then you can press the button. I gave a lot of time because if you didn't fall getting over here, then, like, you will probably try to go slowly back, like, without just jumping down. But anyway, now you can come over here. Oh, wait, the button didn't even activate anything. I guess I need to do that. It'll activate this platform. There we go. Once you press the button, you can do that. The floor is entirely kill bricks now. Surely it can't get much worse than this. I decided to not put anything that tells you you're supposed to press the buttons, kind of to add a little bit of extra challenge to this, and you'll probably be able to figure that out anyway. You can see this button right here pretty obviously, that you're supposed to go press that. Then you can also see that this is the same color as that, so you'll probably be able to realize I need to go get this button so I can get through here. I'll go ahead and do this legitimately quickly. It's pretty easy. You just do that. When you do that, you'll probably see this other one here. Then you'll think, I need to get another button. Then you'll probably be able to find it pretty quickly. It's right here. Once you press it, you can go on to the next floor. I can finally see the exit, but surely such a place like this wouldn't let me go this easily. The floor here likely deals 100 damage. First thing you want to do is press this button, and then you have 30 seconds to complete the final stretch. It's not too hard. I didn't make it that hard. You do kind of have to wrap around here so you don't hit your head on that. There's this pretty thin platform here, but since this is kind of large, you'll probably land on that if you fall off. This is a conveyor, but it doesn't go very fast, so hopefully you don't freak out and fall off or something. Then there we go. That is the end of the tower. Or steeple, I mean. I guess I do need to make the portal since I need to give this thing a name. Let me do that quickly. I put the portal right here instead of just like on the ground here. It's called Steeple of Hotel Horror. And then the music is coming soon. And then obviously I'll delete that sign. If you're wondering how I was able to put this in without running out of parts, I just did what I mentioned earlier, which was, I just noticed this Z fighting, which was just deleting some parts, like on this tree, and deleting some of the pumpkin thingies. So that's probably going to be it for this like mini series, I guess you could call it, of building this Halloween event. I do hope you enjoyed. If you haven't, definitely go watch the videos of building these other ones. And let me know if you have any ideas for like a Halloween special video that I could do and like post that on Halloween day. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. So I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.